Alright guys, England against Serbia in our penultimate World Cup qualifying game is taking place on Thursday night, 7:45 PM kickoff at Wembley Stadium in London. What are the lineups going to look like? What is my prediction for a scoreline and everything in between? Here we go guys, let's have a look. So this might not be a very important game for England, after all we're already qualified with a perfect record, but that perfect record needs to be maintained. I'm sure Thomas Tuchel wants to go through all of qualifying, winning all 8 matches, and also keeping 8 clean sheets as well, which of course we are on course to be able to complete. Not a single goal conceded so far this qualifying, and in fact in the reverse fixture against Serbia, England won by 5-0. This is a huge game for Serbia though. Both this and their next game after that as well, because they are in a very tight battle with their Balkan neighbours Albania for a place in the playoffs for the World Cup. Just 1 point between them right now in the table and 2 games still to play for both of them. They both play against England in this international break, so Serbia will be desperate to try and get something out of this. But what about England's lineup? Well, this is going to be a tough one to predict. It's all about the approach that Thomas Tuchel has for this game. Does he see it as a proper qualifier and puts his strongest side out, or does he rotate and get some of the kids out there? Well, I think the fact that it's a proper qualifier and it means a lot to Serbia, and obviously the record we have right now in terms of clean sheets and consecutive wins, that is all very important to Tuchel. You know, the papers, the media will be absolutely on him like a rash if they don't win this match. Simple as that, you know, and I think he knows that. So we are going to see some changes to the side, but I'm going to go with a relatively strong team from England. In goal though, I am going to go for my man Dean Henderson. Now, I think there's a good chance it's going to be Jordan Pickford in goal. He always seems to choose Pickford. I don't think he's rotated the goalkeeper at all, even in the international friendlies. I think Pickford did start against Wales, unless I'm mistaken. So, you know, it's more hope than expectation that Henderson's going to start. And I just want to see someone different at the end of the day. And I think Henderson has been excellent for the likes of Crystal Palace over the last few years, so he deserves his spot in the side. I think the away game against Albania will probably be harder than Serbia, so if he's going to start somebody else in goal, it's going to be in this game rather than the second one, but we'll see what happens there. In defence, I am going for mostly the same that we saw against Latvia last time out. Miles Lewis-Skelly at left back, Ezri Konsa at centre back, John Stones at centre back too. Of course, Mark Guehi is not going to be involved in this squad. He has pulled out of it through injury, just like Anthony Gordon and also Nick Pope has as well, so don't expect to see any of those guys. And I've gone for Reece James at right back. I mean, we've been struggling at the right back position for a little bit now. It's ironic given how much talent we had there once, but Reece James is fit. Reece James is getting consistent football for Chelsea and he's a natural right back, so I think he's going to start there. In the centre of midfield, I mean, this could easily change around. Someone like Alex Scott, someone like Adam Wharton could come in here, but Tuchel has spoken a lot about Declan Rice and Elliot Anderson and the partnership that those two really start, you know, flourishing in with, and the partnership that those two have in the centre of the park. I don't see any reason to change it. You know, these are two players that are not playing for the same club sides. Of course, Rice for Arsenal and Anderson for Nottingham Forest. So this is the only kind of opportunity they've got to play with each other on the same pitch. So I think that we're going to see both of them start. Jude Bellingham made a lot of headlines, of course, in the previous international break from not being selected. He is selected this time, and I do expect him to start in the number 10 role. He's just too good to leave out. Simple as that, in my opinion. On the left, we've got Marcus Rashford. We had Anthony Gordon last time out, but Rashford has really been doing well for Barcelona over in Spain. And he's, you know, pretty much a left winger these days. He can play as a striker, but I would expect him to start on the left. That is his preferred position. Saka, of course, as well. Again, another player that, in my opinion, is pretty much undroppable. I think he's too good to leave out, so I expect him to start there on the right. And up front, Captain Kane. I mean, Kane's goal-scoring record, you know, just getting the confidence up. Bayern Munich are flying. He's flying. Hopefully, England will fly in this game too. Let's move on to Serbia. I'll do my best with the names on this, guys, but for the rather difficult. Petrovic in goal, and I've gone for a 3-2-3-2 formation, which is just a ridiculous formation that their manager's been using. Personally, I think this is really going to hurt them if they go for this, because there's not much width in this side, really, not much pace, and I think England with Rashford and Saka on the wings for us, honestly, they're going to make mincemeat of them. Got the likes of James obviously supporting as well from fullbacks, so I think it's going to be a difficult night for Serbia. More on the score later, but I will quickly go through the lineup here. Pavlovic, Milosavljevic and Veljkovic at the back. I'm going to pronounce a lot of these wrong, I do apologise. Stankovic and Gudej in defensive midfield. In the centre of the park, Kostic, Samardzic and Zivkovic. And up front, Vlahovic and Jovic. For those wondering, Alexander Mitrovic has not been selected as a part of this Serbia squad, so he will not be involved. I think, honestly, when it comes to the prediction for these two sides, I mean, it was 5-0 away from home. I'm going to go for 4-0 to the Three Lions. I mean, we absolutely tore them a new one in Belgrade, and I think it's going to be a similar story here. That side is just way too narrow. Our wingers and our wing backs are just going to tear them a new one. I really do think that. Unless they go with a different formation, like a 4 at the back or something like that. But Serbia, in general, don't play them. And they didn't play them against England last time out either, so we'll see what happens. Your thoughts in the comments below, guys. What is your prediction for this game? Like, share, comment, subscribe. As always, have a fantastic day wherever you are in the world today, and we'll see you very soon.